Greetings everyone and welcome to ArtsEmerson's 6th annual World Alive celebration, broadcasting from the beautiful Cutler Majestic Theatre in Boston, Massachusetts. And now, one of your hosts, Executive Director David House.
Good evening everyone and welcome. My name is David House and I am the Executive Director here at ArtsEmerson. I use the he series pronouns. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to tonight's 6th annual World Alive event. As you know, I am standing here in this beautiful but quite empty Cutler Majestic Theater on Emerson College's campus. But I'm so thrilled that just in a few weeks' time, we will welcome you all back home into this beautiful space as we kick off with the world premiere of Iphigenia. But more on that later. As you know, we're gathered virtually because first, it's safe to do so, but secondly, because it affords us an opportunity to welcome even more people from around the world to tonight's event. And so to all of you, I say a hearty welcome. Many of you know that just a few weeks ago, we announced our new artistic leader, Ronnie Pinoy, as our Director of Artistic Programming. And it gives me no greater pleasure than to welcome Ronnie here as my co-host this evening. So, hey Ronnie, how are you?
Oh,
welcome, and please join me in welcoming my colleague, Ronnie Pinoy.
Thanks, David. And hello, everyone. I'm Ronnie Pinoy, she, her, and I'm thrilled to have joined the ArtsEmerson family. I share with ArtsEmerson a passion for supporting art that allows us to be together across difference. Stories tell us who we are and who we could be. And I'm thrilled to be joining the ArtsEmerson team and storying and restoring our world together with you in this new role.
And I have to say, I'm so thrilled that you're part of our story. And speaking of stories, we should probably get started with the evening. Shall we get on stage?
Sounds good to me.
Before we move forward in the evening, I'd like to offer a land acknowledgement. At ArtsEmerson, we hold ourselves accountable to the work of undoing oppression and advancing equity to overcome our city's bitter history of segregation and racial inequality. As part of this work, we must start by acknowledging that we are standing and residing on the ancestral and unceded lands of the Massachusetts people whose name was appropriated by this Commonwealth. We pay respect to the Massachusetts elder past, present, and future, the traditional custodians of the lands on which we make and present our art. We acknowledge the truth of violence perpetrated in the name of this country, and we make a commitment to uncovering the truth through dialogue, partnerships, and learning.
Thank you for that, David. We are excited to have you join us in just a few weeks for Esperanza Spalding and Wayne Shorter's Iphigenia. We are so fortunate to be part of Emerson College and have the ability to provide programming in amazing venues such as this one.
Speaking of Emerson College, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome the interim president of Emerson College, Dr. William Gilligan. We all call him Bill, but Bill will offer a few remarks for us this evening.
Good evening. I'm Bill Gilligan, interim president of Emerson College and a longtime supporter of the arts and ArtsEmerson. Emerson is deeply proud of ArtsEmerson, its contributions to the city of Boston, and its commitment to and belief in the arts as a way to lead civic transformation. I am grateful to the many patrons, donors, and artists who support ArtsEmerson, and to the talented and dedicated staff whose tireless energy makes all of this possible. Thank you again for supporting and advancing the arts and ArtsEmerson.
Thank you, Bill. It is such a privilege and a pleasure to be a part of the Emerson community, and we are particularly grateful to you for your ongoing support of the work that we do in the Office of the Arts and specifically here at ArtsEmerson.
Tonight, you are all helping us support this work, and there are many opportunities to further your involvement tonight by bidding on an auction item or by making a donation.
Tonight is a fun night for us, and we hope you're enjoying yourselves as well. And as Ronnie said, this is a fundraiser. We're hoping to celebrate, but we hope that you'll also show your support. And when you show your support, we hope that you'll be as generous as you can. If you'll pay attention, there's a link or some sort of thing that's scrolling past the bottom of your screen, and you can find your way there to show your support. Thank you again for being so generous. When you come to ArtsEmerson, you often are wowed by what you see on stage, the artists, their artistry, the projects they bring from all over the world. What you often miss is the wonderful team that's often behind the scenes that actually makes the work possible. From our production team, to our marketing team, to our business office, general management, you name it. And we wanted to take a moment just to show you a few of those team members.
So here are a few of the staff members that we particularly want to highlight for their incredible work for the ArtsEmerson team.
You've probably sensed that we're a little excited about the fall production of Iphigenia. We're not only excited because it's a work by two master artists, Wayne Shorter and Esperanza Spalding, but we're also excited because it is the work that will bring us all back into this beautiful space. None of this would be possible without the generosity of donors like you who've contributed to the Gaining Ground Fund, which makes this work possible. Here, joining us this evening to share a little bit about that project, Iphigenia, is one of the co-producers, Mara Isaacs.
Greetings, ArtsEmerson. My name is Mara Isaacs, and I'm an independent producer and founder of Octopus Theatricals. We develop and produce an expansive range of compelling theatrical works for audiences around the globe, from Broadway's Hadestown to An Iliad with Dennis O'Hare and this season's Iphigenia. I find in ArtsEmerson a kindred spirit and have really appreciated their continued leadership in the field, investing in artists and in their own community, and putting artists and audiences at the center of rich, original, and captivating theatrical experiences. We recently had a great conversation with the ArtsEmerson staff in preparation for the world premiere of Wayne Shorter and Esperanza Spalding's opera, Iphigenia, and we would love to share some of that behind-the-scenes footage with you. Thanks so much.
First of all, it is the first full-length operatic composition from one of the world's greatest composers, Wayne Shorter.
Wayne Shorter opera. That should do it. But if that doesn't do it for you, Wayne Shorter, Esperanza Spalding, Frank Gehry opera collaboration. Right, Liliana Blaine Cruz, Caroline Shaw, Joy Harjo.
Each one of those people is a star unto themselves. To have people who work at this caliber on their own all come together in service of this, I think it's just historic. There's never been a collaboration like this.
So Wayne has wanted to write an opera about Iphigenia since he was 19 years old. He's seen this play as, he sees a subversive aspect in it in the way Euripides wrote it, as far as being able to defy what the normal hierarchies were of the time and continued to be over hundreds of years, as far as the patriarchy and how military culture can dictate daily life and the way it was then. So he also saw the character as an astronaut, as somebody who's really exploring the unknown. He sees her as a figurehead and someone who is really challenging structures in a way that's way ahead of her time. And this kind of character has always existed for him as somebody he's wanted to uphold and empower. Esperanza, the way that she's found her way into the piece as well, is seeing how opera has treated women and female characters over hundreds of years, and why are female characters constantly just sacrificed. That's something that she really felt her way into, both as a performer and as a librettist.
Certainly in the presenting of the work, we are already changing the narrative about who gets to tell the story. In the same spirit, who gets to hear the story, I think, is really important to us. Jeff and I have talked about this, even just some of the preparatory work leading up to ArtsEmerson. Like, we're so jazzed by the way you guys think about engagement, and perhaps even helping us create a model that we can carry with us to other institutions. I think could be really useful.
Process is a product, and we hope that we can change the practice of how opera is made. The word opera and all these they're dangerous words. They can be dangerous words, right? Words have real deep impact and meaning. So even words like jazz and jazz opera and things like that, they mean things that aren't necessarily helpful. So I do hope that there is a liberation aspect to this piece in many multiple levels.
My name is Akiba Abaka, and I'm one of the creative producers here at ArtsEmerson. It is an honor to introduce to you two of the amazing artists that we are working with this season. Legendary choreographer Donald Byrd is a citizen artist who uses dance as a social and civic instrument. His work brings awareness to the pressing social issues that are plaguing our contemporary societies around the world. Welcome, Donald Byrd.
The Localities Project wonders at how place and locality influence us, or rather influences me, or has influenced me, or possibly transformed me. Does living in a particular place imbue it with essences specific to it? If the place is spirited in an animist sense, does that spirit somehow alter one, who we are, or has altered me when we encounter it? And when those places are peopled, inhabited, how are they changed? And how are we changed when we inhabit those localities that are now changed by years or millennia of human inhabitants? I have lived or spent substantial time in various localities around the world, in Europe, Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and of course, North America. I have noticed that I am changed by those experiences, and not just through my interactions with inhabitants, but the place itself. There are 5 places I have lived or spent significant time that I believe have contributed to and helped define who I am as a person and as an artist. Clearwater, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Los Angeles, California, New York, and Jerusalem, Israel. While the influence of New York is probably obvious, Clearwater, Boston, Jerusalem, and Los Angeles probably are not. Clearwater was where I spent a substantial portion of my adolescence. Boston, my young adulthood, and where my curiosities began to develop. Los Angeles, where my mindful and intentional artistic self began to emerge. In New York, a mature artistic voice manifested itself, whereas in Jerusalem, a consciousness of the intersectionality of the spiritual, political, intellectual, the ancient, the unknown, and the eternal was born. And when those places are peopled, inhabited, how are they changed? And how are we changed when we inhabit those localities that are now changed by years or millennia of human inhabitants?
Here at ArtsEmerson, we like to say that the play is the prompt, The conversation, the connection, and the action are the point. And in nowhere is that more true than in ArtsEmerson's flagship engagement program, the PRBC, also known as the Play Reading Book Club. In this program, participants read the play in advance, they go and attend the production, meet the artist, and get to discuss together as a group what they experienced in terms of the text making it on stage. So here, we're gonna hear from a few PRBC participants and their experience with the program.
I've been with the Play Reading Book Club since the very beginning.
I've done 3 plays, very different, enjoyed them all.
I've been in the Play Reading Book Group for 3 years, ever since my work schedule changed, and I've gone to every Play Reading Book Club ever since I started going.
I don't recall when I began working with the Play Reading Group, but I believe that I have been involved in about 5 or 6 different productions.
I keep returning because I'm introduced to so many new plays that I wouldn't go to see on my own, and also the people. I love the conversations with the people, you know, the different perspectives, things that I wouldn't even think about.
Participating in the program adds a great deal of depth to my enjoyment of the plays. I get to see many more levels than I would have recognized otherwise.
I keep coming back because I've learned to see some plays that I would have found difficult without having the group. And I just feel like now I'm part of a community. I mean, so I go to the theater alone a lot, and sometimes I'll run into Kamala and I'll know there's someone else, that I'm not in the theater alone anymore.
The community is great. A lot of times the conversations continue after the session is over, and like Judy and I will get together, and as we're walking to the tea together, the conversation will continue. And there's so many different people from all different backgrounds, and it's just a great community.
I think it's really exciting to be able to not only bring the community to Emerson, but also to have Emerson take the plays to the community.
But to do this in a group, hearing my friends' interpretations and their attempts to see the meaning in it, just makes it a much richer experience.
Ronnie, did I hear you mention there was an auction?
Oh, I did.
I mean, yeah. Did you hear there is an auction here? And you want to take advantage. This is a fundraiser, right? And so we have staycations, we've got arts packaging, lots of wonderful prizes. So we hope you'll bid and bid highly, or bid high, however you want to say it. But one of the special packages is dinner with the 2 of us. Priceless, right? And I've had dinner with this wonderful human being, and it's really world class.
And I've had dinner with David.
And how was it?
It was okay.
Don't forget to bid.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth and I live in Roxbury. And I first came to learn about ArtsEmerson through the Play Reading Book Club, a program sponsored by ArtsEmerson at the Roxbury branch of the Boston Public Library, where myself and others came to learn about the various plays offered and experience plays in a new and inventive way by reading the plays, attending the plays, and acting the plays out in our group. I came to love ArtsEmerson through the exposure of learning and developing and growing as a avid art attendee. I guess that's the best way to say it. I really appreciate the programs that come through ArtsEmerson, the various productions, and for that reason, I am a monthly supporter, and I hope that through my donations and the donations of many others, that ArtsEmerson will be around for generations to come. Thank you, ArtsEmerson.
Poet, playwright, and artivist Letta Neely is one of Boston's finest artists, who joined us this year along the Parable Path Boston, led by artist in residence Toshi Regan. Letters, Traces Remain, the Wooden Book, chronicles the experiences of Boston's residents as we emerge from the ravages of the pandemic and social and civic unrest, triumphant, visioning, and moving towards restoration. Welcome, Letta Neely.
Hello, my name is Letta Neely, and I, along with Dean Rollins, make up Traces Remain. We walked along the parallel path in Boston with Toshi. Our project is called Seed to Harvest, and it is a series of 5 books that will be created and tour throughout the United States and its so-called territories, right? Engaging with folks around different themes. Our first book, our pilot book, is called The Wooden Book. It was created by Jenny Hughes. The Wooden Book has a theme of memory as medicine. What this means for us is that illness is contagious, which means so isn't healing. And we believe that our memories, both bitter and sweet, negative and positive, etc., serve as the fodder for our healing. And that collectively what we know is so much more than what we can do individually. So we created an opportunity for everyone to be able to engage, and we had sewer sessions, which were almost all online, and tabling sessions, which were in person. This project has allowed us to gather, right, so much medicine for the healing of all of our earthling people, right, in various ways. The actual tangible product of creating documents, right, for each other to share in this book, and also the being right there with people, right, with our people, right, and by our people we mean all of our people, engaging and having conversations and being intentionally authentic and intentionally intimate. The conversations and the work, the medicine that we gathered, is just deep, 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 necessary medicine. We want to thank you all for giving us the means that made it easier for us to do the work that we felt like we're called to do.
Hello, I'm Kevin Becerra, one of the creative producers on the artistic engagement team. Thaddeus Phillips is a visionary artist who joins us this year for the 3rd time. You may remember the stunning visuals of Red-Eyed to Have It a Grace, or the absurdity of the imaginary lines discussed in 17's Border Crossings. I love working with Thaddeus and have loved working with him over the years, and I particularly love watching him engage with and inspire Emerson students. Thaddeus tells stories that are beautiful, playful, and full of heart. In his new digital offering, Zoomotel, he takes all that we love about his work with impressive innovations to deliver a completely live event over Zoom. At ArtsEmerson, we are so privileged to develop these new worlds that Thaddeus creates for all of us to enjoy. Please enjoy this brief glimpse into Zoomotel by Thaddeus Phillips.
Yes, I'm ready now. Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times. And think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Dorothy, dear. It's Aunt Em, darling.
Oh, Aunt Em, it's you.
Yes, darling.
Hello there. Anybody home? I just dropped by because I heard the little girl got caught in the big... Well, she seems all right now.
Yeah, she got quite a bump on the head. We kind of thought there for a minute she was going to leave us.
Hi, I'm Susan Chinson, one of the creative producers here on the Artistic Engagement team. One of my favorite aspects of working on this team is the opportunity to support, work with, and present artists from around the globe. And tonight, with this being a virtual event, we have the great pleasure and opportunity of having a number of them join us and say hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, I'm Krishan Jatai.
I'm Keith Hamilton Cobb.
Hi, my name is Lenora Lee of Lenora Lee Dance.
I'm Eugenie Chan of Eugenie Chan Theater Projects.
Hey everybody, it's Miriam.
Hi, and I'm Ravi.
And we're co-artistic directors of Why Not Theater.
Welcome, my name is Gypsy Snyder. I am one of the co-founders and co-artistic directors of The Seven Fingers.
Hi, I'm Alana Mitchell, and I'm bringing my play Seasick to ArtsEmerson.
Here in San Francisco, working on my next project, The Truer History of the Chan Family.
And I also really be happy to show Julia, even virtually. It was amazing to receive the feedback of the audience.
And we're just wanted to say how amazing it was to present Brimful of Asha online at ArtsEmerson.
I wanted to express my gratitude to ArtsEmerson for their incredible support this year as we created dance and film projects with the Powell Art Center and Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
It was so amazing to have your community respond to the work.
And also to be part of the discussions. It was really amazing for me and for my actors.
For us, ArtsEmerson has been an incredible home and a place where we've been able to evolve as an art form over the past almost 15 years.
I'm very, very happy to be part of the group of artists from the ArtsEmerson Arts.
We loved working with the ArtsEmerson team.
And I'm just shouting out to thank the beautiful and brilliant administrative and creative conspirators at ArtsEmerson for not only supporting my work with belief and good faith intention and expertise, but for all of the vital human-centric work that you do in bringing the world to your stages and to the audiences that are so very nourished by it.
Thank ArtsEmerson for all the incredible work they do supporting new, innovative, creative, physical theater.
I'm so excited about coming to ArtsEmerson because I feel like it's a place where you can have the big conversations. I believe in alchemy, and I think that happens on the stage at stages like the one at ArtsEmerson. So I'm really delighted to be engaging in that with you.
I look forward to being back in Boston this spring to share new and existing works, and I look forward to seeing you then.
We cannot wait to get back and see the ArtsEmerson theaters and audiences in person. We will be reunited again soon, I promise.
I'm looking forward to being in Boston soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. It's just been a delight, and hopefully we can meet you all soon, and hopefully you get to meet Rohan soon. We'll make a show, right?
And thank you, ArtsEmerson supporters, for enabling this invaluable institution in doing its essential work. I am forever grateful.
And I hope we meet very soon to continue this very beautiful project.
Bye! Bye, thanks so much.
Thank you to all of our artists who joined us tonight from all over. Your work, friendship, and collaboration mean so much to us. And thank you to our staff who have been pivoting tirelessly and working so hard to prepare for our return. Thank you.
And a special thanks to you, each one of you who shared this evening with us. Our work is possible because of your generosity, and we can't thank you enough. And to that end, this is a fundraiser, and we hope you will be as generous as you can. The auction continues, and you can bid by following the link on the bottom of your screen. So thank you for joining us, and a final thank you. When we talk about people behind the scenes, there's a wonderful crew here, the production team of Emerson College, to actually make this work possible. So a special thanks to them, too. So again, enjoy the evening. We hope to see you very soon.
Signing off from the Majestic, I'm Ronnie Pinoy.
And I'm David House. Take good care.